Hey guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. This is your host Thomas Sire from On the Hot Podcast. Today, this will be episode 177 for you guys today. Of course, this episode is going to be coming out on all four of our platforms, our Instagram account, our Facebook account, our YouTube account, and our Apple Podcast account. So let's go ahead and dive into the first segment of this week's episode. I'll be playing my NFL stock up or stock down NFL game for this segment. So I'll be going over some things that are transpiring right now in the National Football League. If it's something that I like, I'll lean towards stock up. If it's something that I dislike, it'll be leaning towards stock down for this segment. So, the Dallas Cowboys, stock up or stock down? Dallas Cowboys stock is officially down. This is heartbreaking to me to say as a Dallas Cowboys fan, but this team has hit rock bottom. There is no heartbeat in sight for this Dallas Cowboys team this early on in the NFL season. There's no hope offensively. There's no hope defensively. This team just flat out stinks. And Jerry Jones, happy birthday, Grandpa. On your 82nd birthday, you just suffered your worst loss since you bought the Dallas Cowboys so many decades ago when you lost to the Detroit Lions at home 47-9. Last week in the National Football League, they got the ultimate belt-to-ass treatment at home. The Twitter admin for the Dallas Cowboys had the audacity to talk about the fans in attendance, but blurred out the scoreboard of how bad the Lions were putting belt to ass on us. Our defense couldn't even stop a cold. How the hell is Mike Zimmer still employed 2 days after this massacre that happened in Dallas? I mean, this team is basically finished once you get down 14 to 3 in the ball game. The Lions were just having their way with us, man. I mean, they were trolling us to the point where they had linemen running hook and laterals. They had offensive linemen running out there, running routes. This was a disgraceful, disgusting, despicable loss. The worst loss that I've actually experienced as a Dallas Cowboys fan. But as you watch this Dallas Cowboys team play week in and week out, you're watching the 60 million. You actually see Jerry Jones when he put up over $300 million on the paychecks for both Dak Prescott and CeeDee Lamb, and they have yet to get on the same damn page this NFL season. I see it week in and week out. These two don't get on the same page. I see the chemistry is falling from what they used to be. And that could be on part of CeeDee Lamb wanting to play hooky in training camp this year, holding out until he got a fresh new deal. But you see, this offensive line ain't the same. We have no damn running game. I'm pretty sure we're last in rushing yards as in the National Football League right now. This defense can't stop a cold. I understand we're missing guys like DeMarcus Lawrence and Micah Parsons and DaRon Bland and so many others. But when you had DeMarcus Lawrence and Micah Parsons out there, they were still getting massacred on the defensive side of the ball. Still couldn't find a cure to stop the damn run. And realistically, this Cowboys team has played so bad. In your last 4 home games, you realistically got blown out in your last 4 home games. So dating back to that playoff game last year, that still gives me bad flashbacks of what the Packers did. You got blown out against the New Orleans Saints week 2. The Baltimore Ravens basically blew you out for 3.5 quarters, and then it was a massacre that just happened on the field when we played against the Detroit Lions. So this is bad news for this Dallas Cowboys team. The offense continues to turn over the ball. Dak Prescott ain't looking like the guy that he looked like last NFL season. We're just hopeless on both sides of the ball. So stock down definitely right now for the Dallas Cowboys. The worst might be yet to come. Now, I will say, NFC North, stock up or stock down? The NFC North gets a stock up. They're the best division in the National Football League thus far this NFL season. All 4 teams are respectively over 500 right now in the National Football League. I mean, the NFC North has 2 of the best teams that the league debatably has to offer, with the Minnesota Vikings being 5-0, with the Detroit Lions being 4-1. These are the 2 best teams in the NFC right now, being in the same division. Sam Darnold and the Vikings offense are doing their thing. Brian Flores is doing his thing as a defensive coordinator for the Vikings. The Detroit Lions are on fire offensively. Jared Goff, Ben Johnson, St. Brown and company are starting off red hot to the NFL season. Don't sneeze on these other 2 teams in the division, the Green Bay Packers and the Chicago Bears. Jordan Love is getting back to what he does best, and he's shown that he is the quarterback for the future for Green Bay. He's been lining up ever since he's came back from injury. The Chicago Bears are 4-2 as well. I'm liking what I'm starting to see from Caleb Williams. Yes, they had an easier schedule, but this team is starting to heat up. So right now, we're on the pace for all 4 teams making the playoffs right now in the NFC. That's how good all 4 of these teams have been in the NFC North. So definitely stock up right now for the best division of football, that being the NFC North. Now, this one really grinding my gears today. Pittsburgh Steelers replacing Justin Fields out of the starting lineup at the quarterback position to bring in veteran player Russell Wilson to most likely start against the New York Jets this upcoming NFL week for Week 7. Stock up or stock down? And I got to say, that's a stock down because Justin Fields has done everything in his power to help this Pittsburgh team start off 4-2 to the NFL season. How does Justin Fields, who is looking really the best of his young NFL career thus far, he helps the Steelers start off 4-2, but you bench him for Russell Wilson? I don't understand how he lost his starting job. What did he do wrong? Why are you turning towards a veteran guy that didn't heat up your team the way how Justin Fields did? Justin Fields has actually played pretty well for the Pittsburgh Steelers. 5 passing touchdowns, 5 rushing touchdowns, 1 interception. He's played clean football, helping the Pittsburgh Steelers win, and he's really doing it with no offensive help. I mean, George Pickens is there, but he's turning into a diva right now. Other than that, what other notable pass catchers does this Pittsburgh Steelers offense have? And that brings me to the question, how can this veteran version of Russell Wilson be a better quarterback out there for the Pittsburgh Steelers and be a better option to win ball games than Justin Fields, who, once again, has already got this team to a 4-2 point at this early in the NFL season after 6 games? You get a better offensive production out of Justin Fields than Russell Wilson because you get the RPO game going with Justin Fields. You get the play action game going with Justin Fields. This is your team. This is actually your time to develop Justin Fields and groom him and see if you want to bring him in next year or possibly turn to drafting another quarterback instead of bringing in a veteran guy, Russell Wilson, who really, I don't understand, other than his past resume with the Seahawks, how are you going to start him, or why is there a reason to start him over Justin Fields right now? This is a head-scratching move to me, especially a guy, Mike Tomlin, who loves to win. You know damn well deep down inside, Mike Tomlin, your best chance to win is starting Justin Fields and not Russell Wilson. This is chaotic, but this is what the National Football League brings, chaos. But that definitely gets a stock down. The Baltimore Ravens, stock up or stock down? Stock up for the Baltimore Ravens, and I know the Kansas City Chiefs are 5-0 right now, and they did beat the Baltimore Ravens in Week 1. But if these two teams matched up this upcoming week of the National Football League, I put my money on the Baltimore Ravens, and I do believe that the Baltimore Ravens are the best team in the AFC right now. They have fixed their flaws after starting off 0-2 on a 4-game win streak. They've been dominant on the offensive side of the ball. They lead a lot of categories, first in the league in offensive stats, and they've been moving the ball down the field in their last 4 games, looking phenomenal on the offensive side of the ball. Tom Monken has finally woken up and smelled the coffee and realized that Derrick Henry is the pawn. He's the train to leave the station and get this offense going. I mean, Derrick Henry already has 704 rushing yards in the first 6 games of the National Football League, of this NFL season, I should say. So the Baltimore Ravens are definitely off to a hot start. I think realistically, if we got to have a conversation, if Derrick Henry could get over 2,000 rushing yards this NFL season, how could he not win MVP? Only 6 games into the season, the man nearly has 1,000 yards rushing. That's remarkable and phenomenal. But Giants defense, stock up or stock down? My co-host Rob Sarasula would like this answer. Giants defense gets a stock up because the Giants defense this early in the NFL season is one of the most underrated defenses in the National Football League this season. I mean, they have not allowed 21 points per game, 21 points in their first 6 games of the season. I mean, they lead the league in sacks with 26 sacks. You're getting a lot of production from your defensive linemen of Dexter Lawrence and Brian Burns, who they just brought in this NFL offseason. They've done a pretty good job on the defensive side of the ball. But this offense is the problem. They only average 16 points per game. maybe Daniel Jones really is holding this team back. I mean, yeah, you can look good with Malik Neighbors on the field with you, minus those 2 games that he missed due to concussion. But other than that, Daniel Jones has really held this team back, and he has yet to throw a passing touchdown in MetLife Stadium in nearly 2 years. And if he played good on Sunday night, or played better on Sunday night against the Cincinnati Bengals, they won that game because of how good the defense played for basically 4 quarters of that game. So I gotta say, for the Giants rebuild, their team looks pretty good. The offensive line looks pretty good. They're finally clicking. The defense looks good. The only missing piece is that quarterback position. And if they want to hold on to Daniel Jones as a Cowboys fan, be my guest. But I will realistically say they are 1 quarterback away for being a real contending team in the NFC East and in the NFC. But stock up or stock down, this will be the final one of the segment. The Buffalo Bills trading for Amari Cooper. I gotta say that's a stock up. I mean, this is exactly what the doctor ordered for the Buffalo Bills. Getting a wide receiver, Amari Cooper. That was really one of their holes, one of their only holes right now. This early in the NFL season was needing a wide receiver. And now you get Amari Cooper to Buffalo. This gives Josh Allen a true number 1 wide receiver once again in Buffalo. If Amari Cooper could get going with the Buffalo Bills, they got Amari Cooper as their number 1 wide receiver. They got James Cook at running back, Dalton Kincaid and Dawson Knox as a double tight end to run double tight end formations on the field. If they could get this offense going and they stay healthy, they have the potential to make a lot of noise in the AFC. They already started off the season 4-2. So this addition of Amari Cooper is definitely going to help the Buffalo Bills get going and possibly win the AFC East once again. But that is my NFL stock up or stock down segment to kick off the episode.